Alright everybody, today I'm going to be going over the Sony press conference of E3 2015. I do have Xbox, I might go over with that as well. Let me see, I'm trying to see. I guess I'll do that in a separate video, but yeah, whatever. First to start off with, they showed God of War. I think it's just called God of War. It's not called God of War 4, which is really weird. Why is a lot of these games are calling just the name of the game doesn't have a number next to it? Find it kind of weird. But when it showed, I was like, oh shit, God of War 4. Now, I'm not really much of a God of War fan, mind you. It's a cool game and all. I like it. I used to play God of War 1 and 2 with my cousins back then. It was kind of so-so for me. I guess I wasn't a fan of the type of gameplay style. It was like, it's kind of like a high angle kind of gameplay style. But God of War 4 one, it looks pretty great, man. I mean, a lot of people think, some people are already complaining about how, bad it looks and it's not God of War. It looks totally not like the game, but we'll have to see what the gameplay offers. The combat does kind of look a little bit like a little, I guess like Last of Us, I guess. I'm not entirely sure. I don't want to compare it to that. But God of War was shown. I thought that was pretty great. I can't wait to hear more from that, because I might even pick that one out. It seemed like Kratos got old on this too. I was like, damn. He's looking like Joe in his junk. So, moving on to the next one they showed up was Days Gone. I bet you a lot of people thought that was Last of Us 2. Nope. But Days Gone is like a survival zombie kind of game. It kind of has the feeling of a Last of Us. I actually thought it kind of looked like Last of Us, to be honest with you. It was like about this biker or something, and like he missed the world before. It was all in ruin, and then the gameplay went on to show how he was just shooting up a whole bunch of zombies. I think it was searching for somebody, but that guy died or something, and there's just like whole hundreds of zombies just start pouring in. I thought that was pretty damn cool. Kind of reminded me a little bit of Dead Rising a little bit with some Last of Us, but I thought that was pretty cool. They showed like some more gameplay of it later on during the show. But yeah, we're starting to get a lot of zombie games in those. So that, I thought Days Gone looked pretty cool, and So moving on to, they showed up the Last Guardian, which release date, they got a release date, comes out October 25th. A lot of people was very, very, very excited for that. I mean, for me, I heard of the Last Guardian like years ago, but I was like, what the hell is that game? It's only when they show, like, okay, that's what it is. So yeah, it comes out October 25th. That's about what? That's like 6 days before Halloween. We also got another game coming out in October. I forgot what it was, but Last Guardian looks really good, man. It looks like an emotional kind of story. I'll probably definitely be checking that out. Next up we have Horizon Zero Dawn. Nothing new. We've seen it last year, but they show more gameplay of it, and I thought that looked pretty. I actually like the gameplay this time around. They showed better than compared to last year. I actually like the whole crafting. It looked like it's kind of open world too, because they actually zoomed out the map and they showed how big it was. And you had kind of like, it has like a little crafting system in it where you can hunt down certain like little robots to get certain components you need and whatnot. So I thought that was a whole cool aspect of it. I like games that have crafting system, some kind of crafting system in some kind of open world game. I always thought that was always liked that. I like that. I like that in Tomb Raider because it doesn't have competitiveness to it. You're not just going around killing enemies for the hell of it. You're actually just making stuff. So. Even though that won't come out until February next year. So next up after that, they show Detroit Become Human. At first, the girl that they showed the first time around, this is the new game by David Cage, by the way, the guy who did Heavy Rain. The first time when they showed it, I thought the girl was the main character. I was like, oh, she might be the main character because they did use her. I believe she was she was using something. She was using a demo, the new tech that they were showing off back years ago. And now this time around, they show like a guy. He's like a guy android. And he came in as a detective. So what I'm getting at is that Detroit Become Human is probably going to be a episodic kind of game, not like I guess kind of like The Walking Dead, or either that it's going to be kind of like split stories, where you take control of different characters in the game that are androids and whatnot. So it seems like the game is about some kind of android that wants to be free and and whatnot, stuff like that. So I thought that looked pretty cool. How you could kind of make the game, you can end the game each way, any kind of way you want to. I was showing how you can make the guy trust you or not believe you. It seems to be more flexible when it comes to the decision in the games too. It's not like 3 or 4 ways how you can end it. It seems like multiple. So moving on, next they showed a big one. Resident Evil 7, man. I was shocked when I heard about that. I was like, whoa. I was like, hold up, go back. And the demo's available now. The demo wasn't available after the show that yesterday. It actually got available today to go out in the store. I don't know why. Or at least for me that is. I don't know about you guys. But Resident Evil 7 looks fucking amazing. Some people are bitching and complaining about it already, saying how it's not Resident Evil 7. I don't know what people want. I don't think people want what they really feel like they know what they want. So I might do like a little video on that later on. But Resident Evil 7 looks great. I don't care if it's first person. The game was already fucked when Resident Evil 4 came out. At least that's what I think about it. So how is it not Resident Evil when the game wasn't Resident Evil when Resident Evil 4 came out? You're not making any sense, people. So I can't wait for that. That comes out January 24th, 2017. So we got about a good 6 or 7 months till that comes out. So I cannot wait for that. The game can be played totally in VR. I will be playing the demo and picking some of that up, man. But shit, man. Ooh, man. I can't wait for that. So next up, they showed a game called Farpoint. I'm not sure if that was Days Gone. I don't think it was, but I don't remember what Farpoint was. But I believe it was like another zombie kind of apocalypse game. So I don't remember too much about that. But moving on to Batman VR, which comes out in October. They showed quite a bit of VR stuff. Of course, because their VR is coming out. Plus, I believe their VR is coming out in October this year. That's the reason why they showed a lot of VR stuff. Batman Arkham VR, which is like, I'm guessing you're going to be able to it's going to be either a new game for Batman Arkham, it's going to be in VR, or it's going to be Batman Arkham series in VR. I'm not entirely sure, but they just show Batman VR, so I guess you'll see what it feels like to play as Batman in first person mode, which could be really damn interesting, actually. Then they went on to show Final Fantasy VR. You can play the game in VR. I thought that was really nice. I find that'd be a bit kind of weird to play Final Fantasy VR, but whatever. So yeah, just a lot of VR stuff. So next up, they showed Crash Bandicoot Remastered. I believe they remastered 1, 2, and 3. I'm not entirely sure, but I mean, a lot of people was happy to see that shit. I ain't gonna lie. That Crash Bandicoot for me looked pretty damn awesome. I don't believe I ever played Crash Bandicoot. I believe it was something. I think I played Spyro the Dragon. Spyro. But I don't know if I remember playing too much of Crash. But Crash is back, man. Sony was just killing it. They was just killing it. Next up we have, coming from Kojima. I mean, he had a hell of an entrance coming out. His new game that they're working on, it's in development. A lot of these games they announced that's in development, so we might not hear from those games coming out maybe 2017 to 2018. So the game he has called Death Stranding, I believe. Death Stranding. And I looked that word up. It has something to do with either being like left behind, or some kind of something to do with ocean and the water and like boats and whatnot. So I was like, okay, so that actually fits the name, because the game that he showed, it showed what's his name, Reedus something, the guy from Walking Dead. He had a baby coming out of his. Well, he had like a umbilical cord coming out of his stomach, and it was a baby, and he like picked him up, and he started crying. I was like, what the fuck is this? A guy that's having a fucking baby with this shit? And then like the baby disappeared, and then he had a little scar around him. Like, what the shit? Then he looked up at the sky. He was naked, by the way. The guy Reedus was. I looked up at the sky, and I looked up at. He looked up at the sky, and it looked like figures. I believe it was like 5 of them. And I seen that shit, like, whoa, that shit looks crazy intense. But that game looks very fucking interesting. The beat, I liked the beat with it. It sounded amazing. I mean, it's not telling when that game's gonna come out because Kojima just pretty much left Konami. So that might not be up to like 20, maybe even 18 to be completely honest with you. We might see some more of it next year, E3, but we might not get that to like 2018 to be completely honest with you guys. But moving on, the last thing they showed was I believe it was Spider-Man 4, or at least I think it was Spider-Man 4. It's like it looked a whole lot better than the Amazing Spider-Man game, because those games just look, downright terrible. But that Spider-Man game looked pretty damn cool. I played Spider-Man. I think I played Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. I remember playing 3 on PS3. I think I played Spider-Man 1, 2. Yeah, I think I played all 3 of them. I never played the Shattered series, the Shattered Dimensions, and the Web of Shadows. I never played those or anything. But so yeah, so that was E3 for Sony. In my humble opinion, I think Sony did a better job when it came to games. Some people are saying that Sony had the worst press conference. Are you mad? I feel like what do people want? That's the feeling that I'm getting for people now. What do people actually want out of gaming? What do you really want? Ask yourself. What do you really, really, really want? Because people are saying, "Oh my God, yeah, Xbox they showed up their new Xbox. Yeah, that's great and everything." But the only reason why Xbox did that because the PS4 is more powerful than the Xbox One. And that's the reason why they're doing that, because they're trying to get one over Sony. They're saying, hey, we got the more powerful console now and beat that. I don't care about whose console is more powerful. I really don't care. I don't care about, this and that specs. I don't care. All I care about is games. E3 is all about, well, it's about tech too as well, don't get me wrong. But it's mostly people attended to play games. And that's completely if this was a tech show, it'd be like a fucking tech show. I don't get how. Because when PlayStation 4 came out, people was complaining how, oh my God, we don't got any games, or even next gen consoles. Period. We don't have any games. Yada yada yada. We need more games. But then when we get more games, people complain. I don't get it. First, at one point, you was complaining about games. Now you're complaining about console, and I get a lot of people was mad because Sony said that yes, we have a new PlayStation, but we're not showing it at E3. Okay, they just announced that they wasn't showing it, so why are people still getting mad? It's like somebody telling you, hey, we're not gonna go to fucking Disneyland because I don't have the money, and then when the day comes, you're like, wait a minute, I thought we was going to Disneyland when they just told your ass. I honestly don't get it. A lot of people want to pin this shit on the game developers, but I really do think that the reason why the game industry is kind of a little wobbly sometimes is because it's people's fault. They just keep on just complaining and complaining. Like, deal with the cards you have been dealt, please, for once, and play them. Oh man, I might do a rant on that later on, but I thought Sony had it on lockdown like always, like every year. I'm excited for Resident Evil 7 mostly, but that's been my review, guys, of it. I think that Sony did a great job. I'm going to do an Xbox One later on, maybe. So that's that, and I'm probably going to do some more coverage for some other games. But until next time, please keep calm and keep playing video games. Keep playing video games, please. 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 I'll see you later. Goodbye.